So I read this book and it was titled Love and Death by Seretha Pierce. I read it as an audiobook format. I got a token for the free version. So this is my review for it. So I just finished it today on March 30th. And I started it, I want to say like two or 3 days ago because I had like two more books in front of it. The book is about a girl that has a succubus inside, and she's been having this succubus since she was 5 years old, and the succubus protected her from other things while she was young, while she was small, and she falls in love with this boy that has a fae inside. And that's why I think the genre, I know for sure the age range is YA because the main character is in high school and we see her go through her high school years. I want to say from sophomore all the way till graduation. So it's definitely YA. I think it has some dark fantasy romance elements as well. So YA dark fantasy romance. That's how I would categorize it. I would tag it. But yeah, so you have a girl with a succubus, and then you have a boy with a fae, and it turns out that they are mortal enemies. They cannot be together, and you go figure what happens after that. So one of the things that I liked about this book is that the story, the premise behind it, is really good. I mean, I just finished telling you, right? It's like, oh my God, you have this girl, and and then she has this big secret, and this secret is this, and then you have this boy, he has this big secret, and this secret is this, and then they're like star-crossed lovers. And so to me, that was very interesting. However, I would say that this book came short of reaching the potential for that premise, that idea behind the story. So the execution fell short. And it felt short in the way that the characters were not fully developed, and the emotions were not there. So I found that the story had a lot of telling me as the reader what the character was feeling, as opposed to just allowing me to be that character, for me to be immersed in the story. So it took me out of it. And when it's like that, when the story tells me, well, this character felt sad, or this character felt happy, or they were angry, or so forth, then it doesn't allow me to feel those emotions because I don't know what is going inside of them as they're feeling those emotions. So that was one way that it fell short. The other way was that the character development for me was not there. It was great character descriptions, physical descriptions. Me as a reader, I don't prefer them. I prefer to know what makes that character tick. I prefer to know the personality of the character. What are their fears or goals? What is it that they want really bad but they shouldn't? Things like that will help me relate to that character when I'm shown the human side of it, of that character. I want to say of that person, because they become kind of like a person in the book. So that's where it felt short. But when I noted that this was the debut book of that author, I'm not really faulting much, because it's the first book, that's one, and they went ahead and finished it and published it, and that's a whole accomplishment of their own. I did the same thing, so I understand it's a big accomplishment to write a whole story, go through the editing process, get a book cover for it, and then publish it. It is a big accomplishment, so kudos to the author for doing that. And I think the writing will get better as they write some more and they publish more books, as everything in life, right? The more that we do it, the better that we get at it. But I gave this book a 2-star because it fell short on the execution of the story. and the character development. And those are the things that I look forward to when I'm reading a book. However, if you like that genre and you like that age range of YA dark romance with some fantasy in it, and once again, the premise and the story idea is, it's great. So if that sounds like you, then go ahead and give it a shot and read it. It is on audiobook format. I got it from Audible, and I noted as well that it's also on Amazon. So I'll be posting the links to that. All right, bye.